Hey everyone, welcome back. Today I want to talk about the power of choosing. Making choices can be scary and overwhelming, but it's also incredibly rewarding. Why is choosing and deciding important, you ask? Well, let me tell you, if you don't make choices, life will choose for you. And as you might have seen, life has some pretty questionable tastes. So let's access more of the creative power within. Here are 5 ways choosing unlocks greater freedom, satisfaction, and creativity. Number 1, choosing improves the likelihood of fulfillment. When it comes to making choices, it can be tempting to avoid making decisions. But choosing improves the likelihood that you'll be fulfilled. Warren Buffett says, don't choose and you're guaranteed to fail to experience what you want. Imagine letting life decide what you eat for every meal. You might end up with a plate of cold spaghetti for breakfast, a tuna sandwich for lunch, and a bowl of cereal for dinner. But if you make the choice yourself, you might have a delicious omelet for breakfast, a tasty chicken salad for lunch, and a juicy steak for dinner. The same goes for all of life. If you don't choose, you might end up with the short end of the stick. Taking ownership of even the smallest decision can lead to a more satisfying and more fulfilling experience. Number 2, choosing takes back your power. Are you sick and tired of being at the whim of chaos? Of course. There are circumstances every day that we didn't ask for or create. It's easy to feel powerless in the face of life's challenges. But when we choose to think about circumstances as things that are happening to us, we put ourselves in the role of the victim and give away our power. When we imagine ourselves a victim to the actions of others, this is what Marshall Rosenberg calls power under thinking, instead of being in power with other people and our lives. Making choices, being at power with life, can give us a sense of relief, agency, and control. When we actively make choices, we open possibilities to increase our happiness. We no longer leave things up to chance or let others make decisions for us. By taking ownership of our choices, we can create a life that truly fulfills us. Check out this short Sadhguru clip about how we inadvertently give away our freedom when we don't choose what we'll do with our interior states.
People ask me, Sadhguru, how do you operate with all these people? All kinds of horrible questions they're asking, they're doing this, they're doing that. I said, my life is not about them, it's about me. It's about how I am. It's about me. It doesn't matter how they are, that's their choice. But how I am is my choice, this is my way. No matter what they do, I'm like this. Because I have not given that freedom to anybody, that somebody can freak me, somebody can make me angry, somebody can make me happy, somebody can make me unhappy. These privileges I kept to myself. It's time you do that too. Because if somebody else can decide what can happen within you right now, isn't this the ultimate slavery?
It's easy to blame circumstances and to blame others for our status in life or for how we feel. Then, at some point in time, we just realize, hey, I don't let other people choose my food and I don't let other people choose my clothing. Why would I let them determine how I feel? That's when I choose my interior. I love this quote by Robert Zepper, which reflects ancient wisdom echoed by the Stoics and Brian Tracy and Aurelius. He says, you can't control everything that happens to you, but you can control the way you respond. And in your response is your greatest power. Don't give away your power to circumstances. That's not who you are most deeply. The inner infinite aspect is powerful, resourceful, infinitely creative, infinitely abundant. It's noble. That infinite nobility is within you. Decide to choose to reclaim your inner sovereign nobility. In later sections, you'll find meditations to experience more of this inner, infinite, true self. And you'll find 7 strategies for how to choose about anything. Number 3, choice brings options. When we make choices, we open our minds to new ideas, new possibilities, and new experiences. Another one of the teachers I love to learn from, Brett McFall, tells a story about choosing our identity. Imagine you take on the self-image of a boat. I bring out my magic wand and boom, you believe now that you are a boat. Now I'm going to give you the challenge to get from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean in one day. Of course, if you believe that your ability is limited to the abilities of a boat, the task will look impossible to you, right? You'll argue with me for days about how it just can't be done. Now imagine that you take that magic wand into your own hands and boom, you give yourself the self-identity of an airplane. Now what do you think about the challenge to get from the Atlantic to the Pacific in a day? No big deal, right? Easy peasy, gas up and let's go. By making a new choice, you opened new possibilities. The same is true in other areas of life. When we don't choose, we are guaranteed to fail to experience what we want. Choosing gives us at least some chance of success. New ideas will occur that you didn't have occurred to you before. You'll ask for help in ways that you didn't before. You will walk and talk and prioritize your life in ways you didn't before. All of that has an effect that ripples out around you in unexpected, creative ways. Here's another example. Let's say you're feeling down and you've been thinking about subscribing to my Cosmic Adventure Club to get help with your mental health. This is just a purely theoretical example, of course, right? So in this scenario, you have 2 options. Either you can come play, or you can not take action and continue to feel down. Whenever we don't choose and don't take action, we guarantee that we will fail to experience the benefits we want to experience. Choice is the key to unlocking a world of potential. 4, choosing aligns your allies. You know what's even better about choosing? It aligns unforeseen allies. You've heard this quote, right? When you want something, all the universe conspires to help you achieve it. In psychology, we learn about confirmation bias, where something we choose to focus on suddenly appears more frequently in our experience. I like to tell the story about the time I rented a Nissan Rogue and then suddenly Nissan Rogues appeared everywhere. The moment you decide, mysteriously, synchronicities, events, people, and conversations will appear to you that you did not notice before. Was it that there were no Nissan Rogues on the road before I rented one? Of course not. Of course they were there. I just wasn't tuned into seeing them. Have you ever thought about taking a leap of faith and starting your own business, for example? You may feel hesitant at first, afraid of the unknown, but once you take the chance, the path will open up unexpected opportunities. For example, you may meet a new business partner with experience in your industry or get introduced to a potential investor. By making the choice, you open yourself up to unexpected synchronicities that may not have occurred if you had chosen to remain in your comfort zone. I know a guy who I'm not going to name. We will protect the innocent. He chooses to believe that the universe is out to get him. And sure enough, like clockwork, every day there is some situation that reinforces his belief. Likewise, several times a week, I hear from people I've worked with who notice that as we choose to awaken or strengthen our connection to the infinite power within, infinite inner guidance delivers unexpected possibilities. When you take the leap and choose your interior, choose to focus on what you want, and choose to strengthen your connection to the higher self, incredible adventures and support await you. So the next time life offers you cold spaghetti for breakfast, maybe it's time to take back control and whip up something a little more appetizing. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope this video inspires you to embrace the power of choosing. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. And be sure to follow on social for event invitations. See you soon.